start with our third question. Filter rows where platform equals Amazon and category equals vitamin. So I am using a new platform, and if you're wondering why, it's a little bit different. So let's understand this problem visually. So if this is our data frame, again, and we have these are rows and these are our columns. We have the date column, the platform column, and the category column. And what we want to filter out, we want the new data set, so the output, to be just rows that contain Amazon and vitamin. So here's a little thing. See, this is lowercase Amazon and this has a little space right here. So we should already deal with this in the beginning. So we want to make sure if there's any white space, and we'll want to make sure, okay, for capitalization, but that's the first thing we should do before go ahead and filtering. All right, so what would you say is the first step? So step one, we can create a Boolean mask. Essentially saying, if this condition, so the first condition, if the platform is to Amazon, set to Amazon, equal to Amazon, and one Boolean other mask for category equals to vitamin. So we have these Boolean masks, and then they should return true for the respected output. And then we can combine these two together into a bitwise AND operator. So this is going to return true for anything that has Amazon. We can take care of any strip, white spaces, and true anything for the category that has vitamins. And we use an AND operator, so we want rows that have both of these. So this row would return. So let's say we had another row that had another date, 2022. We had Amazon, but then we have like oil. So this actually wouldn't return. That row wouldn't return, but this one would. So now that we understand that in our data set, let's go back, let's go into our code and see that result. All right, so now in code, so we see here we're still using the same data set as before, and we want the category to be vitamin, and we want the platform to be Amazon. Now, let's say what we were talking about earlier for white spaces on all that, we can check really quick, and if there is white spaces or any differences in spelling, we should change that. But let's do a little cheat sheet here. Do category, if I can spell, dot value count. There we go. So that gives us each value in this category column. So we see these are all the categories, and there's no differentiating in spelling. Also, we want to saw like lowercase vitamin, uppercase vitamin, white spaces, but looks pretty good. And then we're going to do the same thing for platform here. Okay, yeah, good. Amazon. So now let's start on, let's do, this would be just a clean comparison. So we do mask for platform, where we just want df platform dot equal to spelling of Amazon. And we're going to do the same thing for category. Okay. So now that's done. Now we're going to use the bit operator. So we're going to use the AND operator. So it would be our mask. It would be this coming from mask platform, these rows that are coming back. And we also want the rows that come back with category vitamin. So let's actually, so now we do any filtering with a copy. So we can actually just do df. Now we're doing Amazon, the vitamin, we do df.lock, just this mask.copy. Copy that over. Perfect. Yeah, so that should just give us a category for vitamin and platform from Amazon. So that's the shape, that's the 264 by 13, that's its shape right there. And if you want to see that, you can just do, I think, dot shape. There we go. So 264 rows and 13 columns. Now here's a follow-up. Let's say you don't want to type that much. Well, you can also do the query command, which is way easier in my opinion. So it's to same variable name equals to df.query. Okay, what can we do? We want or platform equals Amazon. And category is equal to vitamin. And we do a dot copy so it doesn't give us any warnings. And then we're gonna do df Amazon vitamin. Yeah, so there we go. So thank you for following along. On to the next.